In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB bet slate for Tuesday, July 22nd. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our July 22nd MLB bet slate we got going on for Tuesday. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetChefD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 10.2 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 20K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a much broader audience. All right, now for our video on yesterday, we went again 4-1, way over 500. We are killing it the past 2 days. Thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to show that love and support, and let's get these videos back above 1,000. I'm giving you winning plays here, back-to-back days of 4-1, and we're going to keep it pushing here on the channel. All right, so if you sign up for the Patreon, you got my top play of the day. Top play of the day was the New York Mets. As you can see, matched the money line that got my $100 in profit back there. I was super confident against the Angels. Started out slow, but obviously they really got to Tyler Anderson in that bullpen late. Came through. It's one of the better offenses here in the MLB with the New York Mets, and they came through at the end. So if you want to continue to get these winning plays and join the community, because it's not just me. As you can see, Mr. Maine Harris posting about the White Sox yesterday, and that came through as well. So if you want more winning plays, click on the link provided down below. You're getting full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to the group chat that goes off 24/7. In PNC Park here, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates 40-61 going up against the Detroit Tigers 60-41. Pitching matchup in this one, Casey Mize 9-3 with a 3.15 ERA going up against Mitch Keller 3-10 with a 3.48 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here between the AL versus NL with these two teams, we have the Detroit Tigers as road favorites, minus 150, with the comeback of the Pittsburgh Pirates at a plus 125. All right, now looking at the public bet percentage here for this game here, we have 75% of the bets, 73% of the money on Detroit for the total runs, 88% of the bets, 86% of the money towards the over 8 in the total. All right, Casey Mize has been good at home and on the road, but especially on the road. 49.2 innings, 44 strikeouts. You want a little bit more strikeouts there, but a solid ERA at 3.08, 262 batting average as well. It is higher than the average he's given up at home. If we're looking at what he gives up, we gotta watch out for righties here. 2.42 home run per 9. That's really high versus righties. The amount of power he's given up, and a 295 batting average. So that's where they can definitely attack him, but we see progression in his numbers against righties, so that is a positive sign. Also, you got to factor in the fact that this is the Pittsburgh Pirates offense, and it is a bottom feeder this season. All right, now Mitch Keller at home has struggled more, 3.89 ERA, 69 innings, only 56 strikeouts, and the 264 batting average. If we're looking at his advanced numbers at home, he's given up power to lefties, 1.09. Walk rate is low, but the batting average is at 292 versus lefties and a 1.52 versus lefties as well. And we see regression versus both lefties and righties in this game. All right, so I think this game, we get a huge downgrade in the starting pitcher with the Pirates, and I think the Tigers and Casey Mize can take full advantage of that, giving the Tigers on the money line as the main play. Secondary play for this game, I'm going to be leaning towards the under 8 total runs yet again in this game. In Rogers Center here, we have the Toronto Blue Jays, 59-41, going up against the New York Yankees, 55-45. Pitching matchup here, Cam Schlittler, 1-0 with a 5.06 ERA, going up against Max Scherzer, 1-0 with a 4.70 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, we have the Blue Jays as home favorites -125 with the comeback of the Yankees at a +105. Total runs set at 9. Public bet percentage here, 55% of the bets, 46% of the money towards the Toronto Blue Jays. For the total run, 66% of the bets, 74% of the money coming in on the over 9. So sharps are hammering that over here. Cam Schlittler had a debut last week. He went 5 1/3 innings, 2 home runs, 3 earned runs, and only 2 strikeouts. So those strikeout numbers are a little bit concerning. They're very, very low. Hopefully he can get things going against the Blue Jays. We'll wait and see for Cam Schlittler. And then Max Scherzer, on the other hand, at home, 4.50 ERA, 256 batting average, 6 earned runs, 3 home runs. So he's giving up a lot of power here. If we're looking at his advanced numbers, 2.84 home run per 9 versus lefties, 1.59 versus righties. The K rate versus righties is very high. We like that at 35%, but the walk rate is at 12. So it's a give and take there, and he's giving up a lot to righties. 333 batting average, 1.76 whip. So that's where the Yankees can definitely attack Max Scherzer here. And we see some high numbers here against lefties as well. Between these two teams, AL East battle, I do suspect with these pitchers on the mound that the over is going to be the main play. So give me the over on 9 total runs. Secondary play will be +1.5 on the Yankees for value. But I really just like the fact that this is going to be a high-scoring environment between these two pitchers. In Citi Field here, we have the New York Mets 57-44 going against the LA Angels 49-51. Pitching matchup in this one, Kyle Hendricks 5-6 with a 4.88 ERA going up against Frankie Montas here 2-1 with a 5.03 ERA. If we're looking at the odds for this matchup here, we have the Mets as solidified home favorites -175 with the comeback of the Angels at a +145. Total run set at 9. Public bet percentage here, 79% of the bets. It just adjusted 81% of the bets, 71% of the money towards the New York Mets. For the total runs, 62% of the bets, 66% of the money towards the over 9 in the total. All right, first game of the series went towards the New York Mets. They came back down by 4 and had a miraculous stretch there in the back end of the 9 innings and came through with a win. Kyle Hendricks on the road here, 5.40 ERA, 46 and 2/3 innings, only 36 strikeouts, and a 251 batting average as well. So if we're looking at his advanced numbers, it's the power that's really the issue, 1.96 and 1.14 versus lefties and righties. And then we have a 10% walk rate to lefties as well. And there's plenty of lefties in this lineup for the New York Mets that can definitely take full advantage of that. So liking what the Mets are having here going up against Kyle Hendricks as the starter. Frankie Montas this season has been up and down, but a little bit more consistent in his last start. So we're hoping to see a little bit less of the Jekyll and Hyde because he does have tons of potential, and technically he's been pitching better in Citi Field, so he has some home road splits so far. We need a bigger sample size, but definitely monitor it. 3.38 ERA, 205 batting average, so solid numbers at home. Home run per 9 versus lefties is high at 2.70, but this is a small sample size, so it's probably like one lefty that got a home run. So definitely his numbers against righties are very strong. Lefties are a little bit concerning, and the majority of the bats in the LA Angels lineup are righties. So this is a plus matchup here for Frankie Montas. I'm going to be going with the Mets on the money line at -175. Secondary play will be Mets -1.5. In T-Mobile Park here, we have the Seattle Mariners 53-46 going up against the Milwaukee Brewers 59-40. Pitching matchup in this one, Jacob Mizorowski 4-1 with a 2.81 ERA going against the Logan Gilbert 2-3 with a 3.39 ERA. Current odds for this one, we have Mariners as slight home favorites -125, with the comeback of the Brewers at a +105. Total run set at 7. Public bet percentage here, 53% of the bets, 76% of the money, all over the Milwaukee Brewers, who are on a torrid pace right here. And could be, I think they're going to be on a 11-game winning streak if they finish off the Mariners today. So big win yet again for the Brewers. They stay red hot. 88% of the bets, 89% of the money towards the over 7 in the total. All right. Now, you got one of the young phenoms here on the mound for the Brewers, and Jacob Misiorowski. He has been phenomenal at home. It is a little bit of a blemish on the road with his ERA at 6.52, but that's only been 2 starts, and technically one of those games was against the Mets, and they scored 2 home runs, 5 earned runs, and 3 walks. So it really came in one outing. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. We already know the potential and high strikeout rate and the elite stuff that Misiorowski brings to the table. Okay, so we just can't go off 2-game sample size. All right. Now Logan Gilbert for the Mariners. Excellent at home, 2.29 ERA, 138 batting average. Insane strikeout numbers. 52 strikeouts in only 35 innings is fantastic. So strong numbers here. And this game is definitely giving an under. All right. So secondary play, give me the under total 7 runs. I think it's going to be a pitching duel. But ultimately, there's value yet again on the Brewers to continue this winning streak. Give me them on the money line as the main play. Last but not least, here in Nationals Park, here we have the Washington Nationals 40-60 with the comeback of the Cincinnati Reds 52-49. Pitching matchup here: Chase Burns 0-1 with a 6.19 ERA, going up against Brad Lord 2-5 with a 3.46 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this one here, we have the Reds as road favorites -135 with the comeback of the Nationals at a +115. Total run set at 9. Public bet percentage here: 57% of the bets, 65% of the money on the Reds. For the total runs, 81% of the bets, 88% of the money towards the over 9 in the total. Now, the first game here between these two teams, they scored 18 runs. With these two pitchers on the mound, that could definitely happen yet again, where the over is definitely in with value. Chase Burns has struggled this season. Looking at his numbers overall, checking his splits, it hasn't really mattered at home or on the road. Obviously, he's pitching in Great American Small Park, so that's going to be to his disadvantage. But in a small sample size, 10.80 ERA, 3.18 batting average as well on the road. So that is really bad there. He's giving up too much power. 3.38 home run per 9 versus righties, 8% walk rate, 273 batting average. Not to mention the batting average he's giving up to lefties as well is egregious. So this is definitely a spot where the Cincinnati Reds are where the Washington Nationals are on the spot that could take advantage of Chase Burns, one of their young pitchers. And then Brad Lord hasn't been better either at home, 4.15 ERA, only 28 strikeouts in 30 innings, and a 233 batting average. So what is really getting him in trouble, if we're looking at his numbers at home, giving up power to both lefties and righties over 11% walk rate to lefties as well. That never bodes well. And we have slight progression. That's really minimal. That really doesn't even matter. All right, so with these two pitchers on the mound, I like a secondary play of the over 9 as secondary play. But ultimately, I think the Reds bats and their bullpen can either hold it down and score runs here against this Nationals team here. So give me Reds on the money line, -135. Secondary play, over 9 on the total. That's going to be our breakdown for the slate we got going on Tuesday. Let me know in that comment section down below if you agree or disagree. We can definitely debate about that. Also, get connected with the Patreon. Click on that link provided down below. You're getting full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes all 24/7. It's your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.